were there anything in the films that you watched going into this game that you guys managed to capitalize on against them?
Absolutely. When the girls were watching film, they saw that, you know, tips in certain spots were open, and that's what we really used during that first set. But a good team is going to adjust, and so that's what Ouachita ended up doing by the second set and the third, and then it just took too long for us to answer back to that response.
So, set one, perfect set. We got the win. What was your feeling in that moment?
I was really proud. We had already started to accomplish a lot of goals we set out for ourselves. We wanted to have at least a 250 hitting percentage. I think we ended up hitting a 343. Yeah, so that was our biggest goal, and the fact that we completed it and that it showed in a result of a win was a really big deal.
Going into set two with the momentum alive, what was the thought process like going through that set and then the rest of the sets with the losses and all those?
We have a trend where if we start off slow, we don't necessarily pick back up that momentum, and that's what happened in that second, third, and fourth set. We started off down by multiple points, and once you start that low, it's hard to crawl your way back. So
for the first time this year, Izzy recorded the most amount of kills in the game. What are your thoughts on her, especially since that's her first time leading on the kill board?
I'm really proud of her. She utilized her shot. She did it with aggression, and it showed positively. Her hitting percentage was positive. As you said, her kill count was really high. So I'm really proud of her for developing that strong IQ and utilizing it.
Lastly, Jordan had 17 digs, and we saw in one of the set where she got moved out. Were you just wanting to give 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 the moment to get into the game, or what was the thought process on that, especially with the amount of digs that Jordan had?
It just depends on, for Jordan, she's a utility player. She can set, she can play right back, she can play middle back, she can play left back, she can be a libero. So it's kind of whatever we need in that moment, or kind of what we're lacking. That's fortunately yet unfortunately, that's where Jordan has to swing. So. And
then lastly, we are on the road again next week, going to Southern Arkansas. What is something that we're going to take away from this game to move on into that game, especially with the Mule Riders?
As we talked about with Izzy, that strong IQ really showed. That aggression, that consistent aggression still really showed. And so I think everyone being able to witness that and see the different shots and the changeup and things like that, it shows just how productive it can be. So I really hope that we can utilize that moving forward. But I also think that we need to remain confident in our defense, and defense from digging to blocking. That's something that keeps us in games, and that was something that we were really lacking tonight. And so hopefully we can get right back on track.